Welcome to Real Talk with Uju. In today's episode, I will be talking about difference between being a wife and be called a wife. The word wife, it's one word. W-I-F-E. It's one word, but they play different roles, which is being a wife or be called a wife. But before I dive into anything, I want to let you guys know that my voice is a little bit hoarse because I've been doing lots of training, video call training, and so many things with my voice in the past couple of days. But I still came in to bring you guys real conversations and real lessons, difference in this channel. I have lots of my subscribers, viewers that wait for me to post something. So I don't forget you guys. That's why I'm here. So do not mind about my voice. It's a little bit sketchy, a little bit of horsey. Just let's take the words and forget about the voice. Thank you. So now, let me give you guys the two differences about you being a wife or you being called a wife. They're two different things. I will start by saying you being a wife. When you are a wife, you play a role. You chose to take a role. A role that will change your life and that will change your partner's life, your marriage. That is what you chose. You woke up one morning and said, I want to be a wife. And you already understand your roles as a wife. And I'm going to say this by saying, when you chose to be a wife, you took a role, emotionally role. You took a role to go legal. These two things are very, very important when you are being a wife. You have to be emotional. You also have to go through legal ways. And in particularly, all these things comes in different ways. It comes in different ways, which is commitment, partnership, and mutual responsibility. So when you choose to be a wife, you chose to be committed. You chose to build partnership. You chose to have mutual responsibility. You chose to share your life. You chose to make decisions together. You chose to support one another in ups and downs. You chose to love. You chose to love effortless. And ideally, you chose to respect. So when you're being a wife, you chose to take lots of burden. Like it's lots of burden. And that burden that you chose to carry is a burden that you have chosen to carry for a very, very long time. It's not an easy task. When you are being a wife, you've chose to be committed to your husband. You've chose to cook. You've chose to clean. You've chose to be a supporter. You've chose to, be committed. You've chosen lots and lots of things, which is good. Because when you are a wife, you are okay with everything that comes with it. You are 100% in it for good, for bad, and for ugly. You are okay with all that. That is why you are a wife. That is why You are being a wife because you are okay with everything that comes with it. But when you are being called a wife, it's a title. You chose to have a title in your name, which gives you which categorizes you in 3 ways, which are the conveniency, appearance, and control. So when you are being a wife and be called a wife, I tell you, they are 2 different things. Do not get it twisted, because being a wife is lots of responsibility. She pick a role, and that role is to be committed. That role is to love to the end. That role is to make decisions together. That role is to respect. That role is to love effortless. That role is to stand by that person. That role is a lot. That role is to make babies. That role is to build a home. That role is to build life in general. But when you are being called a wife, it's because you chose that as a title. You chose that for appearance in public. You chose that for control. You chose that for, convenience. So do not get it twisted. Do not compare yourself with somebody that is being a wife to somebody that just want to be called a wife. And the things about just called a wife comes in different things. When you are being called a wife, it's you don't care. There is lack of emotional in it. There is lack of intimacy. There is lack of respect. You guys don't share the same values. You guys don't care about each other. You just took that title. You just took it for appearance. You just want to go in public and let somebody call you a wife. But in closed doors, there is nothing like that. In closed doors, there is no respect. In closed doors, there is lack of intimacy. In closed doors, there is lack of, there's lack of everything. You are not there to build a home. You are not there to build legacy. You are not there to share values. You are not there for any of what marriage is for. You are just there for the appearance. You are just there to control things. Control money, control wealth, control properties, material things. That is why you are there. So these 2 people, you guys don't play the same role. Being a wife and being called a wife, you guys play 2 different roles. And I don't want you to get it twisted. I don't want you to think that both of you are the same. No, being a wife carries all the burden. You are there for just a title. You are there for just the appearance. You are there just to control. You are there just for your own convenience, for your own security, for your own livelihood. That's why you are there. But being a wife, she's there for a total game changer. She wants to build a home. She wants to have a better life. She wants to build a family, wealth. But you are there that being called a wife, you just want to be the taker. She's the giver, but you want to be the taker. So there are 2 different things, guys. Do not get it twisted. So if you are a wife, you are being a wife, you are there for the right reasons. And God bless you for being a wife. Enjoy your marriage. Keep going. Stay strong, because that burden, it's not a little burden. It's a lot to take because you're going to take care of babies, you're going to take care of a man, you're going to take care of the house, you have a lot of responsibilities. You picked out a role for the rest of your life that you want to be. But if you are being called a wife, it's because it's for your own convenience. You are there for the title. You want people to call you a wife, but back in the closed doors, you are nothing. That's it. You come outside for the appearance, and when you get in, that's it. There's nothing important about you. So there are two different things. Do not compare yourself with each other. That woman in the house, creating legacy, building homes, is totally different from you being a user, doing everything for your own selfishness, for your own convenience, for your own appearance. Is a total different thing. So I don't want you guys to compare yourself. We have lots and lots of women out there, lots and lots of wives out there that are being a wife, not being called a wife. So let us not get it twisted. And I hope you guys understand the two differences about being a wife or be called a wife. So if you like today's video, I want you guys to like, share, and subscribe. And also put on your notification button so when I bring new episodes, you will be the first to know. Thank you guys for watching and have a wonderful and lovely day. If you are the wife, I love you. If you are being called a wife, I don't. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. So